Welcome to a midweek market brief special. I'm Caroline Woods and I'm joined by Ellie Ismailidou. She's here with some tax benefit strategies. Hey there, Ellie. Great to have you with us.
Happy to be here.
So, Ellie, in terms of stocks, we've seen a nice bounce from the lows recently, but still there's a lot of money that's been lost in this coronavirus downturn, this bear market. Tell us about how we can take advantage of those losses.
It's important to point out that everything we're about to say does not apply to 401ks or other tax advantaged accounts. Do not touch those. But for any other investment accounts that has suffered losses, like everybody else across the world this year, tax loss harvesting might be a way to take a tax break for those losses. The way to do it is quite simple. You sell the investments that are trading at a loss. You harvest those losses, meaning you account for them to offset income that you had from maybe an apartment you sold or maybe from your job. And the best part is you can keep carrying it over for years to come until the entire loss is used up.
I think it's important to note it's not an investment strategy, it's a tax efficiency strategy. So, what areas could potentially get you into trouble there? Or how do you avoid penalties, say, or not realizing the benefits of it?
You're so right. This is not about selling one investment to pick a better or, winning investment. This is about getting tax breaks for investment losses. So when you sell the money losing investment, you are supposed to then go ahead and buy another investment, another security that meets the same investment goals so that your asset allocation remains the same. One error that a lot of people make is they sell, let's say, a lot of losing stocks and then go ahead and buy bonds. Then you look at your portfolio a year later when the market hopefully has recovered and you see that your asset allocation is completely off. You're now heavily on bonds, right? So the first mistake that is important to avoid is once we sell, we buy another security that meets similar goals so as to maintain our investment strategy. Now, the second thing that investors need to keep in mind is almost the opposite of making a mistake in terms of buying something very different, and the opposite is actually buying something that is exactly the same. So another mistake investors make is they sell a losing stock and then they go ahead and buy it a few days later when it recovers. And that is called, in the tax world, a wash sale. And in that case, you have absolutely zero tax benefit. And on top of that, you might actually pay a lot of money in commissions because of frequent trading.
So, Ellie, let's talk about how you actually can take advantage of this benefit. What do you have to do?
For those who have robo-advisors, check with your robo-advisor because many of them will offer it, and often they'll offer it for free automatically. So make sure you're taking advantage of that benefit. For investors that trade on their own, you would have to venture out into those tax waters on your own, hopefully with the help of your tax advisor. Again, the important part is excellent record keeping, so you know exactly what you sold and when, to make sure you do not buy the same security soon thereafter and fall into the wash sale error. And then finally, we cannot stress this enough. Do not do that in tax advantaged accounts like your 401ks or your IRAs, because not only will you not get a tax benefit, on top of that, you might be penalized for selling before retirement.
Ellie Ismailidou, really appreciate you bringing this silver lining to us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.